the Steelers. What isn't there about it? It's everywhere. Man, I'll play punter if they want me to. Whatever coach tells me, I'll play. Man, I love football. I love to play the game of football. I'm ready to play football. And I'm happy to be here. Just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of this team. So I'm happy to be here. I love the game of football. I think it's art. I think it should be played a certain way. And that's why I love to play the game. I just love football.
Alrighty, g'day Steelers. G'day Steelers Nation. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Maybe I've done too many lives. Maybe this could be one of my last lives for the week. I don't know. But you know why I'm wearing the headphones? It means I've got a guest on and I'm going to bring in Arsenal DB. What's going on? I completely stuffed it up, mate. What's going on, mate? How are you?
What's up? I'm doing good.
I'm good, mate. I'm a bit, tired and whatnot. And I think I have been doing too many lives because I had the whole weekend the draft, and then we had the post draft. Then I had, I think, Bubba and Shane on the other day, and then now today is the Arsenal DB's turn. HDU alumni. Thank you for your service.
Class of 2023.
You can go back if you want to. You can always come back if you want to. You can teach. You become a teacher now if you want.
I come back for a master's in Steelers. I need to come back and finish that. The master's degree in Steelers.
I think last time you were on the show, actually, was it last time on the show I was going to do a Kenny Pickett?
That was 2 shows ago, I think. 2 or 3.
Bandwagon?
Yeah, the little train thing.
No, I don't have to now. Don't have to at all. I think it was the show together, yeah. And I think it was before also, I think, you want to start teaching on the Steelers 101, right?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad at all. Do you think anyone turned up?
That's funny because I think sometimes you can create your own major in some colleges. Imagine somebody did that. They created their own major and made it Steelers.
About the Steelers. That'd be good. I'd have one section just ripping on the Bengals like for a whole semester. Not all that I do here anyway, right? Just one whole semester. I just can't stand them. All the history. I'd watch every game the Bengals lose. You know. Alrighty, let's get into it, man. How'd you enjoy the draft? Let's talk about I want to talk about your draft experience on the first day. Because you were there, right? Or you were in the draft party?
Yeah, I was at the draft party in Dallas. You know, the Cowboys practice facility. It's kind of like indoor-outdoor type thing. They had it open a little bit. And they had it crazy. They was playing all types. They were playing music. They had like food and trucks and everything around. They had like cheerleaders there. People playing the drums. They had dancers, marching bands, a big old stage. And they brought us to the draft. They showed the draft a little bit here and there, but they brought us to the draft. It was like a lot of music playing. It's mostly like a big old giant party, really. And they should have left the draft part off the party. It was just a party in the streets of Dallas. It blocked off like 2 streets as well.
Was Jerry around? Was he around there partying?
Oh nah, I didn't see Jerry Jones. They had a few Cowboy players come out there like on stage and walking around, but they didn't really have like the superstar players. It was like kind of like some guys they like the hardcore fans know who they are. I didn't know who it was, but hardcore fans probably know.
Was Ryan Switzer there? Wasn't he a Cowboy back in the day?
Oh yeah, I think he was a Cowboy. What? I think he left us. I think yeah.
So you're saying you went to a draft party but didn't see the draft?
Yeah, not really. I seen a little bit, but when they kept switching back and forth, and they started like singing the songs and stuff. I'm like I'm like, they playing Beyonce, they playing Prince, they playing all type of music. Like they just jamming and dancing and doing stuff. I'm like, come on, guys, this will be a draft.
You're probably the only person. Everyone's like having a good time, getting drunk, having a party and stuff. You're like, mate, where's the draft? I want to see my player. You know, were you wearing Steelers gear too?
Yeah, I had my Steelers shirt on. I had the turbo towel with me as well. And then I was waiting for it, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go home.
Oh, really?
I seen this on draft Trofitanu. I made the little video. I was with it was me, my uncles, my mother, and probably having more people with us. We usually watch the draft together, but that right there was a little different than like how it usually be. I thought it usually be like people just sitting down watching the draft, but I guess they switched it up. So some type of party. I was like, what's going on?
Is your family Steelers supporters or Cowboy supporters?
Oh no, my family all over the place. One of my uncles is a Cowboy fan. One of my uncles is a Bronco fan. My mother is a Dolphin fan. My aunt, Viking fan. My cousin's a Packer fan. My other cousin's a Eagle fan. We all over the place. My grandmother's a 49er fan. We all over the place.
So you're just like take out of the hat. You just chose a random team out of the hat to support. Is that what you did?
Yeah, like ever since I think it was at elementary school when like my friend at the time, Angel, he used to have the Steelers stuff on, like the backpacks and stuff. So I was like, I didn't know what it was. I didn't watch sports. I was like 5, 6 years old. And then he was like, "This is the Steelers football my dad was watching." And then he started showing me stuff, and I just became a fan of the Steelers, like from that. And then the Steelers and the Heat are very similar too. So they all play like tough and gritty type of style, underdog type of style. So I like both of those teams. They just kind of stuck with me.
So you were there the first day partying and whatnot. What'd you do the second day? Did you go to another draft party anywhere else?
Not the second day, I stayed at home and watched it from the room, and I seen us take Zach Frazier, which was a perfect pick right there. I was like, I knew he'll be there around the second round pick. I was hoping that the Seahawks and nobody else tried to take him. I was like, good. He was there available, and then we drafted, of course, Roman Wilson, which was very good too.
Yeah, what are your overall thoughts? I don't know if we've caught up since. What are your overall thoughts about the draft that just happened pretty much a week ago? Like you're pretty happy with all the picks and Falatanu and the Wilsons, the linebacker and the receiver, all those blokes?
Yeah, the early picks I'm very happy with. I wish we'd have taken a cornerback in the fourth. With the fourth pick, we took who was it? McCormick, I think. McCormick was the fourth
the big
pick.
guy. The big guy.
That's a solid pick because he's going to be playing around like a depth piece. He could be a starter maybe one day. I was hoping to take a corner for that spot. I don't trust Dante Jackson too much. I've seen his Carolina Panthers highlights. People are bringing highlights up when Drew Brees was still playing. I'm like, come on, guys, that's way a long time ago. We can see stuff recently of last year. We see no Drew Brees highlights.
Wait, is that your cutoff point? If you see Drew Brees, you're like, nah.
Yeah, like Drew Brees hasn't played in a while. I'm like, you saw Drew Brees highlights. I need to see some highlights from last year or something.
I haven't thought about Drew Brees for a while too. Oh boy,
are you picking off Drew Brees? I'm like, yeah, I need to see you picking off. I don't know who was the quarterback last year. They had Desmond Ridder and Derek Carr. I want to see highlights versus them.
Dante Jackson is what, an 8-year veteran, right, or something like that? 10, 9?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, from LSU.
Yeah. So they showed a pick from 9 years ago, 7, whenever. When did Drew Brees retire?
He like 20. It was the year Tom Brady won the Super Bowl, I think. So might 2020, maybe 2019 or something.
I like your logic. If you're that far, you shouldn't be showing those highlights.
Yeah, don't show those highlights. I'm like, that's old.
So overall, I'm pretty good with it. I'm starting to learn the players as we go. I've been super busy doing stuff, and I know you've been busy too. But overall, it's a really good draft. I think Omar Khan hit out of the park, right? Again.
Yeah. He needs a statue. If he hit out,
you want a statue?
Yeah, he got to get a statue. If he get one of these big receivers, like a big trade that happens, that kind of like lingering up, you got to build a statue. Great segue, because that's what we'll talk about next. Now we will talk about certain other things. Is this your brother? That's my cousin, Marcus D. Butler. That's the Eagles fans.
Is he part of HDU as well?
He can be an honorary HDU member.
I like how he just says, "Hey Australia, g'day Australia."
He's not a Steelers fan, but he do support the Steelers. He do support them.
Well, he's an Eagle fan, right? So you got back-to-back cornerback.
Yeah, across the street, Eagle fan. So the support's still there.
Well, he got the 2 cornerbacks in a row, right?
Yes, you got the one I wanted, the Cooper DeJean.
Yeah, both.
Yeah, and Quinyon Mitchell. I'm like, oh man, they got both of them.
I forgot how many cornerbacks they have on their team now. I must have a ton.
Yeah, the Eagles always take all the players I want us to draft. Took Jalen Hurts, took Jordan Davis, took Nakobe Dean, Cooper DeJean, and Quinyon Mitchell. I'm like, dang.
This just in, Arsenal DB's now Philadelphia supporter. No, it's not happening. Yeah, man. So we'll talk about the draft in a minute too. But I'll talk about the big news that's been happening. And have you heard this story with BMAC? This tweet came out yesterday. So we're going back to a few days ago. Omar's working. Steelers very close to landing a significant playmaker. # Here we go. Have you heard that story yet?
Yeah, I seen that a couple of days ago. I made a video, I think. Because people were kind of hitting around it was Cortland Sutton, but now we're thinking like, oh, yeah, maybe it's not Cortland Sutton because he's a playmaker, but he's not like a superstar like playmaker.
Yeah, and I think some of the Broncos things I've been reading about, and my other mate Gage from Denver Broncos Syndicate, he was talking that it wasn't going to be trading him away because they want to keep him. So, but then you go to Antonio Brown was saying he's going to wear number 14 because he was at CTSPN, and Antonio Brown's been getting a few things right. Like I know he's crazy and wild, but he's gotten a few things right with certain trades been happening and stuff like that. I think he even called the Justin Fields one to us. So
yeah, he called that one, and there's another one too. He called the Diggs. It was something else too. He called perfectly, but I'm like, I don't know where AB got his sources from, But hey,
I think he reminds us every day. He writes down what he called every day. He reminds us every single time in tweets. But he's been on it. And of course, he's a player. Like, he's playing football.
yeah,
He's in the know. And that's why I trust B-Mac's tweet, because Brian McFadden is in the know. He's played for the Steelers. He's he's a legend here, has his own podcast with Patrick Peters. He would know people how things could happen in certain ages and things might happen. However, there could be a bit of heat if it doesn't come his way and nothing happens. Like, I think Steeler Nation right now is on the edge of their seats and saying, who's it going to be, right? So, and then what?
Wants to be like Tyler Boyd or something. Tyler Boyd is coming to the Steelers. Like, I told you guys the player was coming.
It could even
I'll
be
take
like
it, though. I'll take Tyler Boyd.
It could be a defensive player. We don't know who it's going to be, but I still think
a cornerback would be great.
Yeah. So I think at this point, like, I think we're so close to not, almost having a full roster. Like, we've got the draft. There's probably one or two more players they might sign, and then you go into the training camp, mini camps next week, the 10th. They find the schedule. It's like, I think this news is just now, for me, it's like, I want to find out what's going to happen, because then Omar Khan.
Is Xavier Howard still a free agent?
I have no idea. He's a cornerback, right, for the Dolphins.
Yeah, that'd be a good pickup. Yeah, he got released by the Dolphins. He's a good player.
They might do it. They might have another cornerback. I don't know. Omar Khan, I don't know. But he was asked this on the Pat McAfee show, and he says, "There's nothing going on right now. I'm not exactly sure the verbiage is what was reported, but nothing report." He's got to say it.
Yeah,
got to say it, right? What does Omar Khan have to say? So what do you think of all that kind of stuff? Like, what's going on?
I feel like, of course, like McFadden want to get everybody want to be the first one to get the news out. Be like, oh, this is happening. So you see like Schefter and all of them be ready to get the news out. So I guess he's trying to he might have known something or heard something from maybe a camp of a player or the player himself. I think most likely he probably heard from the player himself and kind of alluding to it. He said something big in the works. So I don't know if he understands like it's going to guarantee to happen, but he kind of left it like it could happen.
Yeah, but I also, you never really see Brian McFadden do these kind of things, or B-Mac trying to start these. I've never seen one tweet from him. I see tweets from here and there, talk football, and I've been listening to his show, but I've never seen him tweet out something bad like this. So that's why I have faith, like something's happened. But I
hope it's not Patrick Peterson. You're like, Patrick Peterson coming back. That's the big playmaker.
Well, I saw, what's funny, because then we saw James Debo Harrison on the Pat McAfee show. He was inside. It was with Omar Khan for some reason. Why I'm not saying he's going to be there, but why would Omar Khan, why would James Debo Harrison be at the Steelers facility 2 days ago?
Well, that is true.
Is he getting ready to play on it? And he's not going to play, but
he might have a connection to somebody, maybe.
Yeah. That's a good call. Rod says also a lot of guys will be cut between now and September by the teams. 100%. There's going to be a lot of moves being made.
Yep.
Ragu says Metcalf or Debo. Do you think any chances for Metcalf or Debo?
Debo will be better because he's the complete opposite of what Pickens is a little bit. But Metcalf and Pickens are similar in style. It's like vertical threat, physical receivers. It's like we need you want some versatility on your receiving room. So Debo Samuel can do a lot of things. The short stuff, move the sticks type of guy, and can make things happen. He's kind of like a quarterback-friendly target type of player too. You throw him, put him in the slot. You can put him outside, running back as well. He lined up in a lot of different formations. I don't know why the 49ers would trade him, but I guess they want to do something different. Maybe, I don't know.
If we were to get Debo, I'd be pretty excited. I've always been a big fan of his. Just with his name too. Not Debo Harrison. What's his name?
Debo Samuel.
Debo Samuel. But is he named after Debo?
Actually, that's a good question. Is his real name Debo?
I don't know. I just like the movie because it's from the movie. What's the movie? Next Friday or
Friday? Yeah, Debo pulling up and snatching chains. Snatching chains. Oh no, that's a nickname. His real name is Tyshawn Samuel. Yeah, keep using
Debo's cooler.
Yeah, Debo sounds a little better than Tyshawn.
Yeah, Debo's cooler. That's why I always call it. Yeah. I don't know. So see, this news to me, like. I know Omar Khan. Do you think Omar Khan has one more big move coming? Like one more big one, one more. We're like, holy sheesh.
I think he got one left in the chamber. I think he got something coming. He could it could maybe happen within the season, or maybe like before the season. It could happen within the season. We've seen trades happen before. We got Micah Fitzpatrick. We see things happen, so it could happen within the season. like they wait long enough and they want to get rid of that player or something happening. Because Brandon Ayuk, he hasn't been disruptive. They kind of made false reports saying he's disruptive and stuff. But
yeah, that one I'm over. I'm over Brandon Ayuk. I don't know about that one. That to me has been rumored way too much, and I don't think that's happening. I don't know. I feel like
they keep him faster than they'll keep Debo. Because Debo, I think 28 or 29 years old. Ayuk is like 24, 25. So I think they probably keep him faster than they'll keep Debo Samuel.
You know what? It could be. I don't know, it could be any one of those blokes. You know what? At the same time, it could be no one. It could be absolutely no one. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, what do you guys think in the chat? Do we think what player will it be? I think for me, I keep going towards receiver. That's going to be a receiver because we have a lot of receivers on our roster. We have Pickens, of course. I think he'll be number one. Van Jefferson, Roman Wilson, Denzel Mims, Quez Watkins, Calvin Austin. Then you have all the practice squad guys. A lot of receivers, but like
they're all the same though. Most of them the same play style, like just speed.
You know, like so, who do you think would be that number 2 in our offense?
I think Roman Wilson probably start him off as like the third type of option because he's a rookie, but he probably be number 2 because he plays very physical. Like you watch Michigan was on TV a lot last year, of course. He played very physical. He can play in the slot as well, so that helped him out a lot too. He's 5 foot. They say he's 6 feet, but they had him listed at 5'10" at the draft combine. 5'10". He's similar to like one of those receivers that still is alike. You know, Deontay Johnson, the AB play style, the route runners, the ones who can make things happen. And get the ball in their hand and go crazy. So I think he can be the second receiver, kind of like counterpart to George Pickens. And then maybe you never know. His play style, the route runners usually last longer than guys who just be physical. So he could emerge to be number 1. You never know.
I tell you what, it's going to be once we know who the team is, it's going to be a very exciting training camp because even Dante says here, I think they're definitely going to trade. They're trading for Debo or Ayuk, but I hope Steelers don't give away too much. What do you reckon they would give away if they had to get either of those players? A first round or a second pick?
I think since you have to pay Ayuk, it'd probably be a second round pick because we still got to pay him because he's gonna be asking for at least 20+ mil. Like Christian Kirk got 19 mil, and all the other guys got this. You got to pay me at least 20+ mil because I think he had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, a big-time season last year as well. It helped him get to the Super Bowl. I think you probably have to trade a second-round pick for him. Now Debo, because the injury history, you could use that a little bit. So like with a little bit of leverage, if they was trying to get rid of him, he had to be like very disgruntled, like he wanted to get out. Because remember, before he got signed last year, he did have some things. He was like, tweeting and on Instagram saying that he want to lead the 49ers, and they finally got a deal done. I don't know what his deal is now, but you gotta be something crazy for him, like be like, oh, trade me now. And they probably trade him away for like a third or fourth or something. Why
is everyone trying to leave the 49ers? What's the go there, you reckon?
I don't know. It might be maybe the way they play. The heavy run style. Some receivers want the ball in their hand. I don't know.
I feel like because if Ayuk wants out, or there was ideas he wanted out, and Debo wants out, then. But at the same time, I think I was talking to someone else the other day about this, and I don't know because it might have been one of the 17 hours I did. But I feel like the receivers get to a certain high price point, and they feel like they can move anywhere. Like Justin Jefferson, Diggs, they get a bit angry. They want to move around. So I don't know, man. But we have here too. Gene thinks it's going to be Sutton because the link up with back with Russell Wilson. He had a pretty good year last year too.
Yeah, 800+ yards last year. He scored a lot of touchdowns too. Yeah, he's one thing that's kind of plaguing the injuries. It is the injuries that get to him, really. Yeah.
We got to start turning on that. What's that on Madden? You play Madden with no injuries. We need that.
No injuries.
no injuries. We'll be all sweet.
No injuries. Franchise mode.
Yeah, that's the best. You ever played a franchise mode in Madden? And you get the first injury on your quarterback. You're like, so what's the point? Start it over. What's the point? Or you lose like your best receiver or your running back. You're like, I don't want to start again. I don't know. 2 failed Super Bowls. Who was that to?
Oh, the Niners.
Oh, the Niners, right?
Yeah,
that's true. Wasn't one of them Jimmy G? Didn't Jimmy G do that?
Yeah, Jimmy G. Yeah, he missed that wide open throw to Emmanuel Sanders right down the middle.
And then where's Jimmy G now? The Raiders getting free.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
anytime he wants.
I don't think they released him yet. He might be released. I don't know.
He's one of the most overrated quarterbacks, wasn't he?
He's on the good when he had before the injury, he was very good. ever since he tore the ACL, he has not been the same player. He's been a little
What's that game I
different.
saw?
He can't run anymore either.
His first NFC Championship game, I think it was really terrible. I got sacked like 6 times or something like that. Just couldn't throw the ball. With statue back there, you know.
Yeah, one of them he had. I think Raheem Mostert rushed for like 280 yards. He only threw the ball 7 times. At one time, they beat the Packers in the NFC title game. But really, Jimmy G was really carried by his team a lot. You know, then
that's right. He's on the Rams.
He's on the Rams.
Yeah.
He's on the rival team. Oh.
He's behind. He's behind
Stafford.
Stafford, yeah.
The way Stafford played, he probably would play because Stafford get injured a lot.
Holy,
that's the best backup job because you get to play by week 8.
You know the best backup job was Mason Rudolph with our team. That's the best one. $5 million a year sitting on the seat. That's the best one. All right, man. Let's change up everything. Not a bit of point of news I want to talk about was this idea around Najee Harris's contract and the 5th-year option that has like till tomorrow or the next day to get it done. What are your thoughts about doing the 5th-year option, or do they go and give him a 2 or 3 year deal? I guess there's pros and cons towards either side.
They could really just go ahead and extend him if they wanted to, like go ahead and extend him on the contract. I say it'd probably be like around because Barkley got $36 million, right, for 3 years, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And he's injury prone. I think Najee has rushed for more yards than Barkley has rushed for the past 3 years. So if I'm Najee, I'm like, yeah, pay me around a little bit more than him. So give me $38 million for 3 years or 4 years, or something. You know, maybe guarantee about $20 million, $25 million of it. Had a rest incentives where you're getting paid like maybe $11, $12 million a year. I think Najee would be cool with that.
So if they were to give him the 5th-year option, right, and he plays really well, doesn't his like contract go up higher basically next time?
Mm-hmm.
Again, then he's guaranteed that money to be the 5th-year option, right? Otherwise, you sign him a contract with 2 or 3 years at some kind of deal that Omar Khan will figure out and be awesome. Then you have him, and then Warren's got 2 more years on his contract. So I think they need to keep Najee. Like, do we agree with that? They got to keep Najee for sure.
Yeah, they have to. I think a lot of teams like the Belichick used to do perfect. Like he used to always wait till like your 2nd, 3rd year, and then he'll extend you like that. But some teams wait too late, and then like they wonder why they have to pay all this crazy money. Like you paid them 2 years ago, you could have been on a cheaper deal, kind of like the Chiefs did with Travis Kelce and how they did with Mahomes as well. You pay them early, so you already don't have to worry about it in the future. Because it might be even more. So just pay them the big money now, so in the long run, it look better for you. But a lot of teams don't look like that. Look at it that way.
I think definitely the Steelers, whichever route they go, and that can't be B-Max news, can it? No, that can't be B-Max news. Nah, it can't be, right? That can't be his B-Max. No, we already have the player. I think whatever route they go, I think they have to sign Najee. I think he's getting better. I think the way he runs is just like AFC North football. It's awesome to watch. And I know some fans, and they're not a huge fan of him. I like him. I think he's good. I think the way that him and Warren run is still Najee's 1, Warren's 2. It's just how it's working out. I think it's good. But in terms of money, they might want to get in the route of getting a 2 or 3 year contract, getting him set. And isn't Freiermuth needing a 5th-year option too?
Yeah, well, he was a 2nd-round pick, so he don't have one. So I think this is last year. His last year.
Oh, that's right. Just needs a contract, right?
He could be gone. If Darnell Washington have a nice year, they could be like, oh, we could just roll with Darnell and Connor.
Yeah. Well, they got the other bloke too. He actually could be gone. You never know. You never know how these offenses are going to work. And actually, with Omar Khan, anyone could be gone right now.
Yeah. Except Wyatt. Wyatt is one person I know though.
Oh yeah.
Retire here. He's gonna retire here.
Yeah. Cameron Hayward's going to retire here. Minka's here. They won't get rid of those guys.
Yeah.
But anyone else, you just never know because he had full faith in Kenny Pickett, and then cut him next week, 2 days later. So they need a soundbite for that. Got full faith in Kenny Pickett, and then just done.
They had a report too. They said Jalen Warren said that Kenny Pickett and Russell Wilson and Justin Fields' leadership is like night and day. He says like completely different.
Yeah, I think Jalen.
I was like, dang.
Warren said that. Was that Warren that said that? Yeah.
That was Warren that said that. I was like, man.
And coming from Warren, is a really good football player and can run, can block, and just do everything. And he's like so fun to watch. You take a lot of value to that too. Roberta says they need to sign Jalen. I think his 4th year is 2025, so they'll sign him next year. Yeah, they got to sign him too.
Yeah,
sign both backs. So you have to sign.
And Najee never missed the game either. Knock on wood, Najee has never missed a game.
Mate, easy. No, I think Najee isn't the quickest back, but he still gets things done. He still gets the yards, the 4.4 average or whatever. It's getting higher. The offensive line's getting better behind Frazier.
Now he put on the weight because of the heavy load. Remember at the year one, he had all those carries, like the second most carries, and I think like about a rookie ever, something like that. He had a lot of carries, like a lot of touches his first year, and he put on a lot of more weight, I guess, to be ready for that blunt force. And now they said that Najee is a little smaller. They say he lost about 15 pounds, 20 pounds.
To me, though,
so the speed should increase.
I think Steelers fans just don't. Some of them don't see him do the big play, so they don't think, I don't think he's good. You know what I mean? But the way he runs is awesome. In his career already, because where is it? Najee Harris stats. He's got like 3,269 yards, 3.99 average, 22 TDs. So he's chipping away. But yes, he hasn't. I think his longest run is like 45 yards. You know,
last year they say he had the second most 20+ yard runs last year. So they keep saying he's not running that much. I'm like, he running through people. Like, whether you trust them and get 20 yards or run past them, it's still 20 yards.
Exactly right. I just think you don't see the big, 70-yard rush from Najee, and it's not totally against him because he was a pretty big back. But then you see Warren do it when Warren can get a big play. So I think our running game is going to be awesome this year. What do you think about our running game and the offensive line?
The offensive line looking pretty good. Yeah. So I'm surprised he fell right there because that's why I never had him on the mock draft like for the Steelers to take because I feel like he'd be gone by like pick 12, but he fell to all the way down to us. I'm surprised he fell right there. And then we was able to get Zach Frazier as well. That was very good too. So now the line is looking real nice. Finally got some real legitimate players to play up front. Mason Cole was not terrible, but he just had that athleticism. Like you watch Frazier, his play style, he's like a dog mentality. He plays a lot of like physicality as well. He just bring that brute force to like the old line. It can be a leader for the line. I seen that one play where they say he broke his leg and he was crawling on 100%. To get out there. That's just pure toughness. You need that on the line, like guts and everything.
Well, we had Shane from Fan to Fan. If you want to go check him out too on his channel, Fan to Fan, talk on college sports and NFL and stuff like that. He does good work too with Steelers Dynasty podcast with Bubba. And Shane's a WVU. I guess he went to a college. Like you and I are both from Hooey Dooey University. We're doing really well, right?
West Virginia.
Hey?
With the West Virginia?
Yeah. So maybe that's a rival now. It's WVU versus HDU. I don't know who would win that one. Us, by the way. I think we're the better players.
How many college students we have?
How many what?
How many college students we have in our athletic program?
There's a few in there, but I think you're the first one who self-proclaimed himself as an alumni. So I think you just said, I passed. Okay. All right. G'day, Toddy. What's going on? I want to bring this up too. What about here's some trivia, not trivia. Here's a question for you. How many attempts do you think Najee has run the ball in his career? It's pretty high.
Let's see, because you're one, he touched the ball a lot. Big Ben was not taking those hits. So he was like hand off every 5 seconds. On them check downs. So see, you say like just rushes or touches?
Rushing.
The rushes. I'm gonna say 730.
Oh, you're very close. 834 rushing.
Oh, 834. Okay.
But every single year, from 307, first year with Big Ben, like you said, 1,200 yards, 7 TDs. 2022 is 272 attempts, 1,034, 7 TDs. And 23 was, I guess, when they started using Warren a lot more, and they were using the 1-2 punch more and more and more. 255 and 135. So he's gotten better with his average too every year. By 3 points and less carries as well, which is fantastic when you think about it. 8 TDs, and then receiving he has. Hang on a minute, did he have 74?
Yeah, I'm check downs. Some check downs from Big Ben. He was like, nope.
Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. He had 74 receptions in year one.
I don't check downs. Big Ben was like, nope. Here you go. Here you go, rookie. Here.
I didn't know that. I probably should know.
They say use him more in the passing game. I feel like they don't use him as much in the passing game because he's a very good pass catcher.
Completely. So he had 94 targets. He caught 74 of them in 2021. In 2022, he had 53 targets, 41, 38, 29. So it got less and less and less every year. So you're right. Maybe Big Ben and maybe hopefully Wilson can use him in the backfield too. He had 467 yards in his rookie year and 3 TDs and no TDs in the reception game. So that's kind of interesting.
That screen could be cool though too, because the new O-line that can get out there. Imagine Najee Harris get a screen pass, with that O-line getting out there and freight train running down. They gotta start using. They gotta start using them in the pass game a lot more.
Yeah. Well, just look at those stats now. It's kind of interesting that over 3 years he's had 978 touches in total, so 4.2 yards average. So he's not getting the big plays. Like his longest play is 32 yards receiving, and his longest rush is 37. That's why I think sometimes some Steel Nation thinks, he's not the best player because he hasn't broken a 40-yard run yet. But if he keeps going, bang, bang, bang in plays, I'm fine with it. I'm good.
Yep.
Holy dooly. Roberta says here, Najee's also won 5 angry runs and 1 angry run of the year. Yeah, that's right.
He ran very physical. I think probably him, Najee, and Derrick Henry are probably 2 of the most physical runners like today's game. They're looking for contact every time.
We got a question here too from J-Double says, would rather have Ben back than Trubisky. Would you rather have Ben back than I would.
Hey, he probably knowing Ben, he probably would find a way to still win. Even with all the injuries, he probably haven't ran in 3 years, but I think he probably still find a way to win. Trubisky, I can't do with Trubisky ever again.
No. You know what we should do? You know how
they have this. I don't put Madden 24 anymore because they ain't got the new roster yet. I gotta wait till the new game come out.
Yeah, well, every
and Kenny Pickett's still on there. I was like, no, I can't use them.
Nope. every quarterback's new, right?
Yeah.
I think you and I need to make like the forgotten Hall of Fame. That's the Hall of Fame players. We need like the guys that were just like you just never talk about ever again. Like Kenny Pickett's up there. I was a Kenny Pickett guy. I know you were back on the train. You were almost jumping off. And now it's like you just don't know that he even plays football. He's gone. Trubisky's back with the Bills for some reason.
Dante Moncrief is on there as well. Yeah, that was awful. Who else is on there?
Okay. The tight ends.
Tight ends.
Was it LeGreen? Was it someone Green?
Oh, L'Jarius Green from the Chargers.
Yeah. He's up there. He's up there for sure.
But it was crazy. He had one game where he put up like 100 like 80 yards, and then he fell off. He got injured and got injured again. Got injured again, and they're like, "Yeah, we done."
Maybe even the other tight end I had Xavier Grimble.
Xavier Grimble. I was thinking of that fumble he had against the Broncos. So he was in the corner and he got hit and fumbled. That's the game of, I think Big Ben threw an interception to the D lineman. I was like, come on, man.
Well, I remember seeing in 2016, he caught the pass, I'm pretty sure. Thank you, Yuli. He caught the pass for the first pass to TD, and I was like, who's that? I was in the stadium, Yeah, Xavier Grimm was up there too. Yeah, we should make the forgotten Steelers that no one talks about anymore. Well, that's like banned. Not really as like they were bad players or whatnot. It's like, yeah, Trubisky.
Jalen Samuels.
I like Jalen Samuels, man. I thought he was good. Then he just went off too. Same with Rogers. He went off. Like I thought he was a good player too. What's the other bloke we had? Was it like Jordan Todman or something like that? Those players we had them in the
one that fumbled for Gerald to Son. The one that fumbled against the Broncos in the playoffs. I was like, come on.
The one when Bell went down and we had to rely on Toussaint to win.
Yeah. He was Peyton Manning in the playoffs and he fumbled. We could have won that game. He fumbled right in the end. Like he fumbled in the end zone.
But they're relying on running backs that get signed off the street. You know what I mean? Because when Bell went down from that,
Bell was down. Denzel Williams was down. So if he was the only person left, like put him out there.
I actually like D. Will. I think D. Will.
D. Will was good. Yeah.
He was running in the Bumblebee jersey with the pink socks on. I think it was fantastic.
Yeah, the little dance, the little bow. This is always cool.
Oh, Gene's got Doug Legurski for life. I think he's the center, right? Oh man. Alrighty. Any other news you've kind of seen in the show? Like we're talking about Steelers, next big move. What's the news you've been seeing around here?
Let's see the draft stuff. I had listened to
not AB news, not AB news.
I had to listen to I listened to that diss track about 20 times, but I'm only seeing the same old stuff. So yeah, yesterday I was listening to a diss track the whole day. I didn't really see no football. I was listening to the Kendrick Lamar diss track to Drake the whole entire time yesterday.
What's that about? Is that a? I have
no idea what that is. It's like some little rap battle beef they got going on.
What, between who?
Kendrick Lamar and Drake.
Oh, who's Kendrick Lamar? Is he a rapper?
He's a rapper. He been around for.
I didn't know about it. I knew who Drake was.
2011. Yeah, like 2011. He got 17 Grammys.
Why they dissing? They made him money. What's going on?
I guess they got something else that we don't know about or something. I don't know. That's all I seen yesterday was that. Like every time I tried to refresh, it was that and that and that. Like, dang, there's no sports news. It was just that the whole time.
There was no Tom Brady news coming out of retirement, nothing like that.
He keep teasing that too, Tom Brady, every time. A diss track on Chat Sports. And that'd be funny. I will feature in that. I will feature in that.
I don't even know how to start that. I don't know how to rap or sing or anything like that. I have no idea, dude. I don't know how to start that. What do you even start with it? Like, nobody was listening to that. No, they're doing their thing. They're making up rumors. The whole channel is rumors. Toddy says Drake sucks. Fair enough. Is he the one that they always go to the basketball games, right? Don't they?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Drake's he's just like people calling him out for being phony.
Right. He's a reboot from Degrassi. See, this is where I have no idea what's going on.
He wasn't Degrassi. He was in a wheelchair. He was like one of the characters on there before he became a rapper.
Wait, who's this? Who's Aubrey Graham?
Oh, that's Drake's real name.
Oh, I thought isn't Aubrey a girl's name?
That's why he uses Drake. Probably.
Is it the girl's name or not?
Yeah, I guess so. Because that's probably the only dude I heard. Well, I actually had a teacher his name was Ashley.
Yeah, that's music name.
They used to call him like Coach Greer. He said, "What's his first name?" He said, "Your first name is Ashley." He was like, "Call me Coach Greer."
Or call him Ash. Well, wasn't Ash Ketchum? Wasn't his name? Oh, his name.
Ash Ketchum from Pokemon.
That's the name right there. That's the name right there.
Yeah.
J Devil says if you would be the executive producer, DB.
I don't know the diss track.
I don't even know where I'd start with a diss track. All right. Speaking of diss tracks, we're getting off track, so let's get back on track. That's a good one.
That was a good segue. That was a good one.
No, that was a terrible segue, and I could never do that again in my life. All right. Let's get back to BMX 20. I want to figure this out. And can we break this down? So Omar is working. Steele's very close to landing a significant player. Who's it going to be?
I'm thinking. I'm trying to see because it could be. What cornerback is like lingering around? Because I was thinking Jalen Ramsey, but I don't think the Dolphins would trade Jalen Ramsey.
You think it's going to be a defense guy? That's the big news.
I think it could be. If you kind of trying to swerve us a little bit, they might say, you know what? Since we drafted a receiver, we could go defense. Because our team going to basically be a run first team, and then play action to set up the stuff. So we really don't need no like super dominant receivers on the outside. We just need a guy like George Pickens and Ronald Wilson can do some things, and hopefully Calvin Austin can stay healthy and do some things. But I think most likely it might be a cornerback because Dante Jackson is cool, but I just don't see him being like the legit starter for the whole entire time.
What about
Surtain would be great. I wouldn't mind Surtain, but I don't think the Broncos would trade Surtain.
Bloody postman out here again. The amount of noise that's on my window is not even funny. every freaking day. J Devil says Patrick Peterson. I don't think he hyped up much though. Surtain, Patrick Surtain the second, P2. Oh, my bad.
For the Broncos, yeah, I wouldn't mind that, but I don't think they trade him though.
That's a good question. Who was the fullback?
With the mullet.
I think he's back on the team, to be honest. Jack Coletto, is that the guy? Nah, that wasn't him, was it? Jack Coletto.
Oh yeah, we had a meme about that.
No, I don't know.
Everybody had a meme. It was like, oh, he had the mullet and stuff.
No, it wasn't Jack Coletto. He actually retired from the NFL.
Oh,
did he not?
I don't think I remember.
I can't remember either. I think he retired from the NFL. Oh, that could be a good call. Cameron Sutton. Is that the player coming back?
He might be suspended the first 4 games, but I think that would be. I'll probably let him go. We should have kept him really because he was a good player. But he might be. He could be the big signing because he was good last year with the Lions too. The Lions didn't want to get rid of him, but they had no choice. He kind of like messed him up a little bit going on the run. He went like on a John Wick like run from the police, and then I guess now is he arrested or something, or he just like I guess he's just free
No,
agent?
I think he's a free agent now. Of course, the NFL would do something, but obviously some bad things happened or apparently happened. I don't know. I'm not getting too involved in it. But he ran from the police for 17 days or something like that. Then he came back and was like, "I'm here." Got arrested, and now the charges have been dropped, or they got reduced down to a misdemeanor or something like that. And now they're dropped.
He thought he was playing hide and go seek. He was like, "No, it's not hide and go seek."
I don't know what he was playing. Apparently, I think so. I heard somewhere that he didn't know that he was being arrested. I was like,
oh, so he didn't know he was like had a warrant for his arrest.
Yeah,
okay.
but did he just do what Aaron Rodgers did for 17 days and just hide in his cave?
Like, in the darkness.
Yeah, was in a darkness retreat for 17 days.
That was still the funniest thing. I went to the darkness and I was 90% retired and 10% I wanted to play. I'm like, then why you play? You should have just stay retired.
I love that when I saw memes about like the when Aaron Rodgers went to a darkness retreat for 4 days, or people saying, yeah, the guys live like that. It's called being like homeless. It's called being poor. You know?
He said he said he turned all the lights off. He had to use the candle for the bathroom. He said he almost missed the toilet and stuff. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah. No offense to anyone out there who's poor or struggling, right? But I thought it was really funny. He's like, he's paying millions of dollars or $100,000 for this room. And he's like, yeah, we live like that normal life, bro. It's like when people go on Survivor. You know, when they go on Survivor and they go on the big contestant. The show is great, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Like actual people live out there in those islands, like life. And we go over there, we're struggling to make a fire, and we're it's too hot out here, can't drink water. Yeah, that's people's lives out there, bro. It is funny. That's a good question. Roberta says, has anyone heard who might be going to the Steelers Hall of Honor? Have you heard anything about that? I haven't heard nothing yet.
I haven't heard anything. Wait, Big Ben haven't had his yet, right? I don't know if they're gonna wait. Maybe like a big ceremony for Big Ben to get in there.
I think they'll wait until he gets into the Hall of Fame. I think he'll do that.
The same year.
Same year, yeah. Because he should be, I think, next year or the year after, 5 years after.
The did theirs last year. I think Brady did his right away. Like they had a little on the first game. I think I was at JJ Watt one too, which I know it was his day. And so I went to the game, and then they had JJ Watt. He was walking around by us, waving at the fans. I'm like, "Oh, JJ Watt is here." He was like, it had JJ Watt, like they retired his jersey or something that happened. So I guess they probably could wait for Big Ben maybe on one of these days.
Didn't Big Ben retire before Tom Brady?
Yeah, I think so. A year before.
Yes, because otherwise they would have been the same. That's why he probably played another year, because they would have been the same class, right?
That'd been crazy. The same class.
You'd have to have two quarterbacks, and I think you know what, the NFL probably told Brady, "Hey man, one more year." You know, all right, I'll play. And then because otherwise you would have had two. They would have missed out on two big events of Big Ben and then Tom Brady.
Yep.
You know, had them together. It wouldn't be as, like, I guess the draw card wouldn't work out as much, because Tom Brady played 21 years or whatever. And
I think it's 21, 22 years. And so it would overshadow Big Ben too a little bit on the 100%. Day. You want to get both the players like play like that. Want to give them all the whole day themselves, really. Yeah,
100%. I think Big Ben will be in 3 years' time, and they'll probably do the Steelers Hall of Honor. I think they announced that shortly though, Roberta. From memory, I don't know who's going in this year. They normally choose about 3 or 4 players into our Steelers Hall of Honor. It won't be. By the way, it won't be Antonio Brown.
It could have been him, but they're not going. It's like he messed it up for himself. He messed. Le'Veon might have a chance. Le'Veon might have a chance because he's not as crazy.
He has brought himself back in events and
he boxing thing. He got a boxing match coming up. he might have a chance to make it.
He's done a few things in Steelers stuff where he's, kind of like Russell Wilson, getting amongst the fans and wearing Pirates hats. Le'Veon Bell's done that in the public eye of being a Steeler like that. Antonio Brown is wild.
Yeah, I don't know if Le'Veon Bell has accomplished enough though as a Steeler to be in there though.
Who's that?
Le'Veon Bell. I know he had like 2 first-team All-Pro seasons, but I don't know if he accomplished enough to be like, putting the.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I don't know either. I'm not. If he doesn't get in, whatever. To me, they got to put in Debo Harris and guys like that. True Steelers, J-Double says Brady retired the same year as Ben, but came out of retirement months after. Yeah, nuts, crazy. And then he didn't. Wait, did he? He didn't win a Super Bowl in his last year, did he? Or was that the year before?
He went 8-9 and lost to the Cowboys first round of the playoffs.
That's right. Yeah, that's a good way to go out. And now what? Brady's
That's his first time losing to the Cowboys too.
is it?
Yeah, that was his first time. He was 7-0 versus them until that night. Now he's 7-1 versus Dallas.
And now he's an analyst, right? I think on some kind
Yes,
of
I think
network.
he's gonna be calling games on. I think Fox.
I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I don't
He's
know.
probably be the color commentator, so he can be like maybe give us an insight here and there. But I don't think he's gonna be like a play-by-play type of guy. I don't,
We all know he's going to try and run down there and put a helmet on.
yeah, him on the field, like, let me see the ball. Let me see the ball. See, this is how you do it. You want to throw the route like this, like Brady, back to the booth.
Oh man. I just some things he's been talking about.
Never did that. Like never tried to be a commentator or anything on a sports show. He let to talk. He had his own podcast, but I'm surprised he didn't try to do like a sports station like Fox or something. Terry Bradshaw do it all the time.
Big Ben?
Yeah, I'm probably Big Ben haven't tried that.
He's got his channel, but I don't know what he's doing with his channel. He's been playing golf with Duck Hodges, so he's got a whole channel with the bloke there, Spence, and they have done zero content. And
I never knew Duck Hodges was married to the country singer Lenny Wilson. I didn't know he was married to her.
What a lucky duck, eh?
He's got a heart like a truck.
Yeah. He's one of the ones I guess we've forgotten about Duck, but he was kind of a fun little experience we had a ride with.
Yeah.
Bell knocked out. Oh, that's right. They fought together, didn't they? They didn't have a fight. Bell knocked out Adrian Peterson.
Oh yeah. I thought Adrian Peterson only fighting because he's bankrupt. He messed himself up. He made over 20 million playing football, and they say he blew it. They say he was doing some crazy things. They say like his parties, he spent $5 million in a day for a party. I'm like, that's why you broke. That's I'm like, I don't know what he did that for. So he's fighting or something.
Adrian Peterson, he was freaking fun to watch, man.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Like, dude, he was so fun. There was one Vikings game versus the Browns. He got 296 yards or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's us. Who he ran over? He ran over William Gay. He got ran over before by.
He ran over.
Yeah. I was like, man.
and then when you say William Gay, it reminds me of that celebration touchdown that goes for 5 hours.
The bobble. Joe Porter and him on the ground. They said another flag. They were dancing forever. They were doing all the dances.
It's honestly one of my. I want to watch it now. I probably can't because I'm on a podcast. We've got to stay focused, DB. But I do want to watch it. It's so funny. It's like he picks him off and he's just dancing around. and then it cuts away from the thing and it goes back towards. He's on the ground going.
On the ground. Yeah. And he had a lot of pick sixes, so he had his first one ever. But he had like a lot of them. I guess at the time he just wanted to dance real bad or something.
So funny. We
gotta ask him about that one day.
We need more of that stuff, man. I think that's hilarious. and then Joe Porter was in there on the action, and he's like, his headphones come off down here, and then like even the commentators are still trying to talk about something else, and they're still dancing for a minute.
Do we bring back Mike Munchak yet, or he's still retired?
In that play.
On the offensive line coach, Mike Munchak. Is he on our team or he's still retired?
No, I think I thought he was with the Titans, something like that.
So the Titans, we got to try to find a way to bring him back.
I don't know, man. You don't reckon that Pat Meyer's doing all right? Okay, I'm watching it now. It goes for it goes for like a minute and a half.
Almost 2 minutes to dance.
And then just everyone's dancing.
They can fine for that.
And then cuts towards a Bengal. And then him and Allen, so number 20, not too sure which Allen that was from memory. And then he daps up like someone else, and he daps another person up. Another dance with Mike Mitchell shakes his hand, shakes all his players' hand. Ramon Foster's in there, and then he does another dance again with Antoine Blake, and then Antonio Brown comes over.
Antoine Blake was horrible. Antoine Blake was horrible.
Yeah, one good catch.
The one pick six was the Titans, and after that it was just the Chargers. It was the Chargers game. In the pick six, he was like dancing and stuff. But that was he was bad in coverage. Him and Ross Cockwell and Cody Sensabar, they was all like, ugh.
Oh. If I could show it, I would, but it's fantastic. Everyone knows it. And the last bit was just him and Joey Porter doing these ones. So good. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. Oh, I froze up. My bad. That could have been me. Could have been me. Another question here from Yeah. Do you remember this? Do you guys see when Bill was saying last season interviews he regretted how much he left the Steelers? Good call. What do you reckon about that?
Well, he really kind of calculated it wrong. He should have just sign the contract, the deal, because the Steelers offered him a deal that was kind of on par with the Jets deal, but he decided to go there for a little bit more, just a little bit more guaranteed money. But he was going to a place because Adam Gase didn't want him there. He already mentioned that many times. Adam Gase didn't want him there, and the Jets the O line was bad. This is before the Jets got good, like they are now. So he should have waited probably to say, I'm going to sign with the Steelers, and or he could have found a deal, maybe like a 1 year, 2 year deal, short year deal, and then try to renegotiate. But he calculated that wrong. It kind of messed his career up because that year with the Jets was not that good, and then running backs lifespan in the league not that long.
Do you think running backs should kind of learn from what Bell did and didn't do, and maybe with Najee Harris contract, and if they get if the money isn't there for him, he should just sign with the Steelers? You know what I mean? I think Bell should have signed with us. Would have been completely different with us than with everyone else.
Yeah, I think so. Because of course you want to get paid, but when you a young player, is you're still getting paid, but you playing on a good team. So I'm gonna get them. I'm not getting paid. You might offer me $15 million. Another team might offer $25 million, but I'm playing with the Chiefs, so I'm being a Super Bowl. I can get some sponsorships, and then maybe after that contract ends, I can renegotiate, either go somewhere else for more money or stay with them for more money. But I feel like some players kind of chase the money too early, and then it messed them up. You gotta know when the right time to go out there and be I'm gonna go in this direction.
Well, it's a whole new when you go towards the Jets. It's a whole new team and way they all run things. And I think Bill had it really good with the Steelers, and then things fell apart. But if you were to sign the contract, I don't know what the Steelers were offering. What 3-year contract, something like that? I don't know.
3-year deal. It was kind of close around the same. The guarantee was just a little different. The guaranteed money.
But if he did that, you would have had the O line we had was still Big Ben was still there, all that kind of stuff. Of course, it didn't happen, right? So it's done now. But it would have been interesting to see Big Bell and his legacy with the Steelers if he did sign.
Yeah,
we won't probably fight anyone, but it'll we don't control what they do.
He only 30, 31, 32. He could probably still playing. Maybe you never know.
Well, he's trying to come back. He said he's coming back to the Steelers. Alrighty, DB. We'll get some questions then. We'll see if anyone wants some questions for the HDU alumni, Arsenal DB Steelers expert, and if not, we'll start to run it down. I think we've covered a lot of things today. In terms of the big move, we don't know what's going to happen next, but I do trust BMAC in the source. And then if something does happen, it'd be unreal. I think, me personally, I think it might be a Debo. I don't know. That's a big move. That'd
be nice.
Yeah, that's a significant player. It feels like something like that. I don't know, or a DK Metcalf. I don't know.
Number 19, 18, right? Number 18, 19. I forgot what number he wear.
Who, Debo?
Yeah, number Debo Samuel.
Yeah, 19.
19.
Yeah.
You gotta snatch it from Calvin Austin.
So I was. Oh, then what do they trade Calvin Austin?
Hey, it's Debo. Just go there and snatch it. Snatch the jersey. Put it on my jersey now, and then Calvin Austin get whatever number he get.
Well, he should have got 3. Calvin Austin the 3rd.
That'd been cool too.
I was frozen for a second. I don't know what happened then. JJ52 says DJ Shark or Zay Jones. What are your thoughts about those two?
Zay Jones just got released, I think, yesterday. He's a solid third type of guy. DJ Chark is cool. He was on the Lions last year or somewhere else. I think he was on the Lions before. With a Jaguar too as well. He's a solid player too. He's like one of those, but he's not really he's kind of in the boat of a third type option. They kind of run the same rim, Zay Jones and DJ Chark. Like a third option, maybe second option, depending on who the first option is. But I don't think we should go that route because we already have speedsters. We already got guys like that. There's a lot of deep threat guys on our team. Van Jefferson, Quez Watkins. Who else we had on there? Mims, Calvin Austin, and Pickens is technically a deep threat type of guy too as well, but he can be utilized different ways. But I think Zay Jones and DJ Chark play the same style, so we have the same guys that's on the roster. We need some versatility, some route runners or something.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll bring him in. I think it'll be someone a bit higher than that. I feel like it's going to be a big move in terms of Debo or the other boy, the other DJ, Metcalf. Here's a good question. What about the best pick by the Steelers in your opinion? That's you, DB.
Let's see. The best pick, I'm gonna say, is the Frazier pick, but the most slept on pick is definitely Peyton Wilson. I was surprised he was a third rounder. Like, because the injury that happened, to his shoulder, his ACL. But I think that will linger on. Like, maybe people don't want to draft him, but him falling to us was actually perfect. That was actually nice. He's a very good player. But I think the best pick is definitely Zach. I think he's gonna change a lot. That's been the main concern the whole time, or our center position to push up front. All those QB sneaks that we couldn't get, all those 1 yard runs we couldn't get, gonna be changed this year.
No more high snaps like that. And I think everybody was asking for a center. Some are really bad. Some are really low. There was one low one that got Kenny Pickett injured. The one super low one, then Kenny Pickett fell down to pick it up, and he got injured on that play. So, yeah, Mason Cole was not the best player for us really at that center position. We went from what Big Ben had Kendrick Green to center position being pretty lacking really.
Being crazy, yeah.
Yeah, not good at all.
Kendrick Green played good with the Texans. That was crazy. Like he went to the Texans and played good. But with us, he was playing like, I don't know what happened.
He called us out too. He's calling us stuff like that. Here's a good question too. What about the over-under? 5. Over-under 5 tackles for Devin Bush this season. He's a Brown now.
Oh yeah, Brown. Oh
yeah, 5. Only 5 tackles in one season.
I'm gonna take the over. I think he can get at least about 10, 12 tackles. He might be a rotational piece. Now you said 5 missed tackles. I'll take that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he'll be in there somewhere. I think that's another one of our draft, busts that didn't really work out for us, right? But 5.
Him, yeah, a lot of them.
I go the over. I think.
Yeah, I thought it's so crazy. Like, I know injuries can change your career, but it's like that injury messed him up like badly.
But he's not playing. He's not playing starter, right? He's just a backup.
He's probably a rotational piece, most likely.
Yeah.
The Browns got a lot of like random people on the team. They just signing everybody. They got Mike Vrabel as well. He's a consultant for the team.
Really?
He might become the coach. Stefanski keep playing around. They gave him the Coach of the Year award last year. I don't know how, but yeah, he won that one.
The Browns are a funny team, man. They're spending so much money on Watson. He hasn't done much. He's done nothing at all.
$260 million. Like, man.
And he also, bagged out, I think, the Steelers defense for being too basic, and he hasn't beat us yet.
Oh yeah, he did say that. Yeah, he's 0-3. He lost 1 with the Texans. He lost 2 with us, and he has thrown about 3 or 4 interceptions. Been sacked. They said like 18 times in those 3 games. So I don't know what defense he's saying, but I guess
he's lying. JD52 says Akeem Butler redemption. He was playing for
it was that UFL team.
I don't know which one he's in though. I saw
he was the St. Louis one, right? He had the little sword in the wings, I think.
Battlehawks?
Yeah, the Battlehawks or the Warhawks, something like that.
Yeah, St. Louis Battlehawks. I was going to support them, but I can't handle their slang logo. Core is the law. I hate it. It hits me. Like, I like Here We Go. I think Here We Go is cool. But Core is the law. Don't like it. I don't like that bird. But I think St. Louis Battlehawks is a cool name. Have you seen any UFL? Didn't you go to a game? No.
Yeah, I went to the first game at the Rock there. At the Rock, he was on here in Dallas. I was going to a game last week, but I forgot about it. And it was thunderstorming as well. And like the arena they play at, they play outside too.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of it because we don't get the actual games here. But I've been too busy on Steelers stuff. But I hope it does succeed. But last year I was watching and I was more excited about it. But this year I haven't had any connection at all to it.
See, I was watching it when Destroying, that YouTuber, he was playing in the league. He got signed by a team. But he got injured. He broke his neck. So I was like, dang.
He tackled really bad. G'day, Russell Butt. What's going on? Browns are always trying to be the Browns. Yeah, they definitely are. I've noticed it in my years of watching them. They've won 1 playoff game in my lifetime. They've never won anything in ages. Gene says, do we get 2,500 or better? Oh, wait. Ooh. 2,500 between everyone. It's a good call.
I think, because the quarterback, I think Russell Wilson to run a few times too as well. And just the Fields playing back there. We might have 3,000 yards of running. It's just the Fields get behind there. But I think with Russell Wilson, he'd be able to get about 200, 300 yards off the ground. He's still athletic. He's almost 37. He still has the athleticism to him. But Najee and Jalen Warren could rush for 1,000 yards apiece. And we stay dedicated to the run the entire season. Like, use the 1-2 punch, just like, hey, you get some this game, you get more this game, you get more this game, and then keep them guys healthy around the playoff time. and you just let them go.
So I did the math real quick by Google calculator. Shout out to Google. 148 yards per game. That's
actually
winning a lot
possible.
of games.
That's possible. That's possible.
Najee gets 70 yards, 80 yards. Warren gets 50. And then, what Russell Wilson probably get. I think it is with our mobile quarterbacks, and if they play field, I think that's possible to get. I think it's I'd go the over.
Yeah, if Fields play, he definitely get 3,000 because he can run. He can run with the best of them. He had like 1,000 yards before, 800 yards rushing seasons and stuff. So he can run with the best of them.
But even so, getting 148 yards per game, that will probably be one of the highest in the league average. And then we run the ball, control the clock, win games. And then we're just the seventh Lombardi. We got it.
Because it's still crazy. Like our defense only allowed 19 points last year, and our offense only scored 17 a game. We still won 10 games, which is crazy. But if we can go out there and at least score 20, we could have probably had like 13 wins last year. 14 wins.
Think back what happened last year. We had Trubisky, we had Rudolph and Kenny Pickett, who wasn't playing the best, right? And we had Matt Canada and all these things. And now this year we have complete different quarterbacks, better O-line. Arthur Smith, who was a head coach, and you can say he sucked for that, but he was a head coach of the team, and he did really well with Tennessee Titans. So you got to say that arrow's pointing up in terms of like Steeler mentality and winning games, because last year was bad and they still got 10 wins.
Yep.
You know what I mean? This year can be good, and hopefully Russell Wilson with a better O-line in front of him. I'm not saying that Denver's was trash or anything like that, but like if he's comfortable and connecting and he's playing, and I think this whole thing's setting up to where not getting too hyped, but I'm pretty confident in our team next year or this year.
Yeah, I think next year we can go. We got at least win. I don't know the schedule a little tougher, but we got at least win 12, 13 games because adding Arthur Smith is huge. I know a lot of people said that Arthur Smith was bad because he was calling the plays in Atlanta, but he was not just only calling the plays. He had to overlook the offense and the defense. The head coaching job is not for everybody, but him just focusing on being the offensive coordinator, he was successful. Getting the Titans to the AFC Championship game, the number one seed before as well, with Derrick Henry rushing for 2,000 yards one year, 1,500 yards another year. So he was able to do a lot of great things. So I think with him being there, Russell Wilson, all you got to do is go out there and just play normal. He ain't got to be Superman. Just be Clark Kent. Clark Kent, just play a regular football, and we'll be good. When you know about to save the day or any crazy plays, just take what the defense give you.
I think everything's matched up to be an awesome season too, because from last year everything's so different. But like we've just been building on the O-line, and the defense is still there. I just think I'm super excited to see what's going to happen, and it's going to be super tough too. But there could be a point where what about this? What about if you think that Najee Harris can get 10 TDs and so can Warren get 10 TDs as well?
It could happen. It really could happen. I think so. I'm predicting right now. I predict Najee will have, I'm going to say, 1,400 rushing yards, 10 TDs, 10 total TDs. I'm going to say Jalen Warren to have 1,050 rushing yards and 10 total TDs as well.
So 10 TDs for Warren as well.
Yep.
Who will we do it? Here's another question. Will you, because the draft might be going to Pittsburgh in 2026. Me and Maddie are going to try and go. You want to try and go as well?
Yeah. I'll definitely go to that. That'd be cool.
We can
2026.
You got a real draft party. We'll actually see the draft, not just
and I actually be around fans I like. Instead of all the Cowboy fans.
That's funny. JJ52 says there's new players. Yeah, new players, new OC. Hopefully it all gels. I think it will take time, but I think it will. Like Najee's going to be.
I want our first game to be a tough task. I want it to be like the Chiefs or something. I want our first game to be a tough one so we can see what type of team we got mentally.
100%. JW says HDU meetup. You got to run the session. You got to run the class. All right. All right. Anything else you want to add, man, or want to get out of here? I got to go eat some lunch. I'm so hungry. Holy dude.
One thing I'd love to say is go Steelers. Yeah, that's the perfect way to end it. Go Steelers.
That's it. Just go Steelers. Not like
go Steelers.
Not like I don't
and
know.
The Bengals suck.
Yes, thank you.
Ravens. I have respect for the Ravens. I can say the Ravens suck, but the Browns suck too.
The Browns. Okay, they all suck. I'm starting to hate more and more the Ravens though too. I just think some of their fans are just awful.
Yeah, I love Lamar Jackson. I like his play style a lot. But everybody but Lamar Jackson sucks.
We have him. We have him though. We have him, man. Oh, that's a good point. JJ Hodges' a tough schedule is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the one that the Super Bowl in the 40 was the hardest schedule we had, right? I think.
Yep. Had to like climb through the toughest. We had to get there. The year before, I think we had like that's what I think Big Ben rookie year. So they had we had to lose the season, so they gave us lighter stuff.
Yeah, I just want. I don't know. I want that feeling again where you in a play where it's like you win a few games, it does feel good. And it's like you're not waiting for the end to teams to lose. You want to control your own destiny. AFC North, get stuff
And now
done.
I don't feel hopeful either. Like like I hope we can just go out there. I hope Kenny Pickett or Mitch Trubisky can do this. Now I feel confident with Russell Wilson. I ain't saying he's gonna be like a MVP candidate, but I feel confident. Like okay, he can win this game. He can win the game.
TDs and just don't mess the game up for us and hand the ball off and trust what Warren and Najee do or what Pickens does too. I don't know.
And don't say let's ride either. Don't say let's ride. You keep that out the vocabulary, Russ. Don't say let's ride. Just focus on some new catchphrases.
Has he come out with a new catchphrase yet or slang? I don't know if he has.
I don't think so. I gave him the one, trust in Russ. That should be his. Trust in Russ.
I like that.
Trust in Russ.
you know the fans are going to turn on him though week 1 if he plays bad.
It's Justin Fields, get on the field. Justin Fields, get on the field.
They will though. Like it happens with every quarterback. They give him like 2 games, 3 games, and they hate him. They were booing Matt Canada at the ice game.
Fire Canada. And that right there is like a little crazy though. Like you call him play, you hear fire Canada, like man, come on. I'm like, I can't even.
I think that went too far because there was times where they asked him about the question and he was like, "No, I don't hear it. You know."
He heard it. The Penguins game, they were saying at the Penguins game, they were saying it all over. Like that was a little too far. Like dang.
Yeah. Russ gave you the "Here we go." Fantastic.
Here we go.
Here we go. By the way, the "Here we go" is it's our thing, right? It's super simple, but it's just great.
Yep.
You know, I've still got your. You know what? Didn't you play the guitar the other day?
Oh yeah. The final mock draft before the draft.
Yeah. I need that. You need to send me some more outro music I can play because I'm gonna play you with the violin one last time, or one more time, and I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you, DB, as well, for coming on the show. It's always a lot of fun talking to you, man. A lot of good fun talking Steelers and having a good chat and talking about nothing, having a good time. Thank you to everyone. Thank you, JJ52, J-Devil Gene, Pittsburgh Toddy, everyone in the chat. I'll probably be busy for the next few days. Got a bit of work going on, and I'll probably come back next week, do some more lives here and there. But we're just waiting, really, I think, for the big move. And there's the next week is a rookie mini camp happening. So,
yep.
Are you going training camp?
Not this year. Not this year. I need to go one of these years.
Yeah, same. I'll tell you that much. Well, how far are you? You're still pretty far. You're about a 5-hour flight, right?
I think Pittsburgh about 4 hours. Probably 4 hours. Yeah.
You're still you're not saying we're completely the same, but it's still a way. You got to travel. You got to get there, plan. You know what I mean?
I can go to the Cowboys one, but I don't know why I'll be there. I'd be like, hey, it would make sense.
Wait, how many rings do they got? 5?
Yeah, 5.
Walk around 6 Super Bowls. Alrighty. Thank you, Russell Button, mate. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to cut you out, and we're going to play this tremendous guy playing the violin. We'll see you later.